Hi and welcome to Quizzes for You. For this quiz, we have 60 trivia knowledge questions. We're going to start fairly easy, we'll move on to some medium level questions, and then we'll finish with Ben's Tough 10. If you like to set yourself a goal for this quiz, here's what you're aiming for, and I'll put that back up at the end of the quiz. So if you're ready, let's play. Which group won the Eurovision Song Contest for Sweden in 1974? Aqua, Aha, or ABBA? That was ABBA. Jack the Ripper was a serial killer in which city? Edinburgh, London, or Dublin? The answer is London. Which of these animals is capable of fully regenerating lost limbs? An elephant seal, salamander, or platypus? That is a salamander. Hyundai is a car manufacturer from which country? India, Japan, or South Korea? That's from South Korea. Which planet in our solar system has an atmosphere that is about 21% oxygen? Earth, Saturn, or Neptune? That is Earth. Silver foil for cooking is a very thin sheet of which metal? Aluminium, steel, or iron? It is aluminium. Who makes work for idle hands, according to the proverb? God, the devil, or old wives? That would be the devil. Comets have a dust tail and another tail called the what? The lunar, plasma, or rock tail? It is the plasma tail. According to the proverb, a little of what might be a dangerous thing? Laughter, knowledge, or fun? The answer is knowledge. A plane's black box is actually which colour? Green, white, or orange? It is orange. An economic recession that repeats quickly is called a double what? Drop, dip, or slip? That is a double dip. Graphite is a form of which element? Carbon, lead, or boron? It is carbon. Henri Becquerel was the first person to discover evidence of what? Radioactivity, gravity, or dinosaurs? The answer, radioactivity. Bodybuilder Lou Ferrigno played which superhero on TV? Superman, Batman, or Hulk? He played the Hulk. On which continent would you find a wild alpaca? South America, Asia, or Africa? The answer, South America. The primary bronchi are part of which organ? The heart, kidneys, or lungs? The answer, the lungs. Ring-tailed lemurs are native to which island? Madagascar, Sri Lanka, or Mauritius? They're native to Madagascar. Which planet is known as the morning star? Jupiter, Mercury, or Venus? That is Venus. Colombo City is found in which country? Tajikistan, Sri Lanka, or Bhutan? That's in Sri Lanka. Justin Trudeau was elected Prime Minister of which country in 2015? Belgium, Canada, or France? The answer is Canada. If you're enjoying the quiz so far, please give it a thumbs up. Now let's have some fun with 10 picture questions. Which is a Komodo dragon? A, B or C? That is A. Which one is in Singapore? That's B. Which is the flag of Kenya? That's B. Which is the tallest? That's B. Which person was born first? That's C. Which is a sphygmomanometer? A, B or C? That is A. Which is a club hammer? That is C. Which one can't actually swim? And it's true, hippos can't actually swim. Which one was invented first? That's B. And which one has the most teeth? Surprisingly, it's the snail. So did you know a snail has more teeth than a shark? I know which one I'd rather get bitten by. Anyway, let's move on to the medium level questions. In which body of water would you find the Isle of Man? The Mediterranean, North or Irish Sea? That's in the Irish Sea. Who wrote On the Revolutions of Celestial Spheres, published in 1543? Galileo, Copernicus or Kepler? That was Copernicus. The impala and blackbuck are what kinds of animal? Cow, antelope or goat? They are antelopes. NASA's first major space telescope is named after which astronomer? James Webb, Edwin Hubble or Nancy Grace Roman? The answer is Edwin Hubble. Which of the following is a popular low-carb, high-protein diet? The F-Plan, Dunkin or Dukan diet? The answer is the Dukan diet. American CeeLo Green is famous in which industry? Music, sports or finance? The answer, music. In the book Charlotte's Web, what's the name of the pig hero? Wilbur, Walter or Wallace? It is Wilbur. Jane Wyman was the first wife of which former US president? Richard Nixon, Jimmy Carter or Ronald Reagan? She was the first wife of Ronald Reagan. Which drink comes from a Dutch word meaning burnt wine? Brandy, beer or sherry? That is brandy. Which of these words is derived from the Greek for milk? Galaxy, star or moon? That is galaxy. Which poet drowned while sailing off the coast of Italy in 1822? Burns, Byron or Shelley? That was Shelley. Which Indian city in the state of Rajasthan is also known as the Pink City? Kanpur, Jaipur or Agra? That is Jaipur. What comes after the Night in the name of Rembrandt's most famous work? Keeper, Watch or Sky? It is the Night Watch. Vajiralongkorn, also known as Rama X, is the king of which Asian country? Malaysia, Thailand or Cambodia? The answer is Thailand. Who composed the 1812 Overture? Mozart, Elgar or Tchaikovsky? That was Tchaikovsky. Someone with dysphagia is having trouble doing what? Swallowing, seeing or walking? The answer is swallowing. The name of which dinosaur means quick plunderer? Stegosaurus, Triceratops or Velociraptor? The answer, Velociraptor. Who wrote Lady Chatterley's Lover? D.H. Lawrence, Virginia Woolf or James Joyce? It was D.H. Lawrence. Which cruise ship sailed for the last time in 1967? Icon of the Seas, Lusitania or the Queen Mary? That was the Queen Mary. The Tamil language originated in which continent? Asia, Africa or South America? That's from Asia. Okay, I hope you're doing great so far. The last 10 questions is my tough 10. If you can get more than half of these correct without guessing, then that is really exceptional. So if you're ready, let's play Ben's Tough 10. What does someone fear if they have cynophobia? Birds, dogs or snakes? That's the fear of dogs. A sugar toad is a type of what? Jellyfish, pufferfish or starfish? The answer is pufferfish. Who became Queen of the Netherlands in 1980? Catherine, Isabella or Beatrix? That was Beatrix. Who is widely known as the creator of the first modern abstract paintings? Kandinsky, Dali or Klimt? That is Kandinsky. Thunder Gate in Tokyo, Japan is also known as what? Kaminarimon, Komeinu or Yama? The answer is Kaminarimon. What nationality was the inventor of the Petri dish Julius Richard Petri? German, Hungarian or French? He was German. Which of these is an active galactic nucleus? A pulsar, a nebula or a quasar? The answer, a quasar. Robert Galbraith, the author of the Cormoran Strike books, is a pen name for which writer? Martin Amis, J.K. Rowling or Stephen King? That is J.K. Rowling. The islets of Langerhans are parts of which organ of the body? The brain, heart or pancreas? The answer, the pancreas. Which was the first city to have held the modern Summer Olympics 3 times? Paris, Athens or London? The answer is London. So how did you do on my Tough 10 and overall against the scoreboard? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoy quizzes, I've got lots more on my channel and I've also got another channel called Quizam. Check those both out and I hope to see you over there soon. Thanks for playing.